Good evening, sir. Good evening, classmates. I'm Brian Kyle Felix from BSBA Marketing Management, third year, Block 1. So, ipapaliwanag ko po kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng contract, elements of contract, and then yung nominate versus innominate, principle of consensuality of contracts, principle of relativity of contracts, freedom to stipulate principle, and the last one is yung principle of mutuality of contracts. So, what is the meaning of contract? A contract is a meeting of minds between two persons whereby one binds himself with respect to the other to give something or to render some service. So, meeting of minds po, ibig sabihin is yung pagkakasundo ng dalawang tao or nung party na yung isang tao po ay magbibigay ng isang bagay or gagawa ng isang bagay in favor to the other person. So, it takes place when an offer by one party is accepted by the other. So, ibig sabihin po, hindi po magkakaroon ng kontrata or ng contract kapag yung isang tao po is hindi pumayag or yung dalawang tao po na nag-uusap ay wala pong napagkasunduan. Let's talk about the elements of a contract. The first one is consent, the second one is object, and the last one is cause. So, magbibigay po ako ng example. For example po is, si Jonel po ay napagdesisyon na niya na ibenta niya na lang yung kotse niya kay Christopher ng 500,000 dahil kailangan niya po ng pera. So, pumayag po si Christopher at doon po papasok yung tinatawag natin na contract of sale. So, alin po doon yung consent? Yung consent po doon is yung meeting of minds nung dalawa or yung napagkasunduan. And saan naman po doon yung object? So, yung object po doon is yung subject matter na binebenta po ni Jonel or yung dapat niyang ibigay kay Christopher once na nagbayad na si Christopher is yung kotse. So, saan po doon yung consideration? So, sa point of view po ni Jonel is as a seller ay yung 500,000 ni Christopher at sa point of view naman po ni Christopher is yung kotse po na inaalok o binebenta po sa kanya ni Jonel. So, nominate versus innominate contracts. So, the first one is nominate contract. A nominate contract is a type of contract that is recognized and enforceable by law. It is an agreement between two or more parties that creates obligations that can be legally enforced. So, dito po sa nominate contract is meron po siyang specific na designation or meron siyang pangalan na ibinigay ng batas. So, for example po dito is yung contract of loan, contract of deposit, contract of agency, contract of sales, and contract of partnership. So, sa innominate contract naman po is yung based po sa Article 1307, a nominate contract shall be regulated by the stipulations of the parties, by the provisions of Titles 1 and 2 of this book, by the rules governing the most analogous nominate contracts, and by customs of the place. So, sa innominate contracts naman po is no specific designation or hindi pa po siya napapangalanan ng batas. So, parang lumalabas po dito is kapag may kontrata po na hindi po parang hindi po malinaw na hindi po natin gamit yung binigay ng batas na innominate lang siya na parang tayong dalawa or kayong dalawa lang nung napagkasunduan mo yung nag-uusap, wala pong kinalaman yung batas. So for example po dito is yung papasok po dito yung 4 kinds of innominate contracts. So, the first one is yung do ut des or I give that you may give. So, sa Tagalog parang example, bibigyan kita ng relo, bibigyan mo ako ng cellphone. So, the next one is do ut facias. I give that you may do. Sa Tagalog na example is bibigyan kita ng pera pero kumanta ka. Parang ganun. Tapos, Sumunod po is fascio ut des, I do that you may give. So sabi dito, parang sasayaw ako, bigyan mo ko ng pera. And the last one is fascio ut fascias, I do that you may do. So sabi dito sa example, idodrawing kita ng self-portrait mo pero kumanta ka, parang ganun. So the next one is principle of consensuality of contracts. Based on Article 1315, contracts are perfected by mere consent, and from that moment, the parties are bound not only to the fulfillment of what has been expressly stipulated, but also to all the consequences which, according to their nature, may be in keeping with good faith, usage, and law. So, according po dito sa principle of consensuality of contracts, from the root word consent, ibig sabihin po may napagkasunduan or may meeting of minds. So, linawin ko lang din po na hindi po lahat ng contracts ay dapat written or nakasulat. Kasi malinaw naman po sa sabi sa Article 1305 na meeting of minds. So, hindi po lahat ng contracts ay kailangan nakasulat. Kung ano lang po yung napagkasunduan ng dalawang tao or ng party, kahit hindi na po nakasulat. And the next one po is yung principle of relativity of contracts. So, based on Article 1311, contract take effect only between the parties, their assigns, and heirs, except in case where the rights and obligation arising from the contract are not transmissible by their nature or by stipulation or by provision of law. The heir is not liable beyond the value of the property he received from the decedent. If a contract should contain some stipulation in favor of a third person, he may demand its fulfillment provided he communicated his acceptance to the obligor before its revocation. A mere incidental benefit or interest of a person is not sufficient. The contracting parties must have clearly and deliberately conferred a favor upon a third person. So, ibig sabihin po dito, yung principle of relativity of contracts. So, magbibigay lang po ako ng example. So, for example po, si A ay may utang po kay B ng 1,000,000. And then, namatay po si B. Tapos, yung babayad po sa kanya ni A is mapupunta po doon sa heirs or sa na-assign ni B na sila yung kukuha ng bayad ni A na 1,000,000. So, baliktarin po natin kung si A naman po yung namatay. So, yung magbabayad po ng utang niya is yung mga naiwan niya po na property. So, for example po, may naiwan po siyang lupa and yung lupa is worth 1,000,000 peso. Pwede po yun yung ibayad niya doon sa utang niya kay B. And the next one is principle of mutuality of contracts. Based on Article 1308, the contracts must bind both contracting parties. Its validity or compliance cannot be left to the will of one of them. So, malinaw po dito na dapat po mutual or parehas po yung napagkasunduan po ng dalawang tao or ng party. Hindi po pwede na isa lang po yung magdidesisyon at hindi naman po sasang-ayon yung isa. So, wala po mabubuo na kontrata or meeting of minds doon. So, for example po dito is yung sa mga loan. For example po yung sa loan company, syempre po, kung yung isa lang po yung masusunod doon, yung sa loan, tataasan niya po yung interest. So, hindi naman po pwede yun. Kailangan po is mutual at pantay lang po or parehas po yung napagkasunduan nilang dalawa. And the last one is freedom to stipulate. According to Article 1306, the contracting parties may establish such stipulations, clauses, terms, and conditions as they may deem convenient, provided they are not contrary to law, morals, good customs, public order, or public policy. So malinaw po na sinasabi po dito na free to stipulate into anything. Nakalagay po na establish such stipulations, clauses, terms, and conditions as they may deem. Pero meron pong limitation po yun. And yun po yung contrary to law, morals, good customs, public order, or public policy. So, for example po dito is yung vote buying or yung pagbebenta po ng boto. So, that is contrary to law. At yung contract na para ipasa yung estudyante, kailangan ng immoral of conduct. So, yan po yung contrary of morals. So, yan po yung mga limitations and mga hindi po dapat gawin or hanggang dyan lang po yung limitation.